Hey everyone, Caleb's Tarot here. So you guys, welcome to the pilot for the Timeless Tarot readings. So I've been considering doing these because I know there's a lot of collective kind of tarot readings on YouTube. And to be fair, I actually really wanted to do this like a couple of years ago, and I thought, no. Let me sort of get my sort of base going first, and then we'll see how we go. But I really like the idea of timeless tarot readings. You know, something that you can click on for a particular subject at any given time that you may need it. So, I thought let's have a go at the very least. And so yeah, you guys have caught the pilot, and whatever messages come out, I'll put into the tagline so that it's not too confusing. So at least you know what to expect for every sort of, for every reading that comes up on YouTube. If the tagline doesn't fit, then you probably don't need to be clicking it, but we'll get stuck in anyway. So, Timeless Tarot readings, and this is for one and all. Timeless Tarot reading for one and all. What messages does Spirit want to relay to those who may need it most right now, who watch this video? What does Spirit want to relay? So we have the Peacefulness card up first, and it says you recognise that balance, kindness and love bring calmness to your soul. One more please. Okay, those two definitely wanted to come out. Virtue and trust. It says you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow, and you have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. So, right, let's add a couple of more oracles onto this. Message for one and all. What does Spirit want to relay to anyone who may watch this? Serenity. I'll read these in a moment. And soul power. Brilliant. I like that. And let me throw you a romance angel. Calling in a soulmate. Okay. So add some clarification onto this and see what Spirit wants to say. There we go. So we've got the King of Cups in the reverse, the Two of Wands, the Hermit, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, Judgment reversed, and the Sun. Okay. So let's take a look at these. From looking at this, I would absolutely say that Spirit is saying to some, I think we're speaking here specifically to those who are feeling extremely drained about a decision they have to make. The thing is some, if you're watching this, you're probably stuck at a crossroads where you don't know whether it's, we should take, you've got two options. We could take the easy way or the hard way. We could take the clear path of the mountain. And I think that they're trying to say, keep this as smooth as possible, whatever decision this is that you're trying to make at the moment. Keep it as simple as possible. Maybe it's worth taking a step back. I always say with the Hermit, he carries the star in his lantern, and the star is all about your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your wishes and your desires. The Hermit takes a step back to realise what he wants. And I think that's exactly what some of you guys need to do. Rather than making a snap decision that's going to make this situation so much harder on you, maybe it's worth taking that step back to think, is this what I really want? Is this where I really want to be going? And the Six of Swords, again, it's more advice. We need to steer clear of dramatic situations. We need to steer clear of overly emotional, unstable situations. With the King of Cups being reversed, it is that energy of not just emotional drainage, but it can also be on the other end of the spectrum where it's emotional drama. And again, with the Nine of Swords, it's a nightmare situation that you can't keep continuing. For some of you, you literally are on the hamster wheel going round and round in circles with no sign of coming off it. And things are just getting so repetitive and so meh. I think with the Judgment card in reverse, especially with the Six of Swords being nearby, this is about not allowing yourself to revert back to past mistakes in terms of emotional instability. It's, again, with the sun, it's about seeing reality for what it really is. It's about seeing the clear through the dark, really, and recognizing that there is a smoother, simpler way to go about the situation that you may be currently in. We don't have to make it so complicated. We can reduce the drama here, okay? So let's revert back to these oracles. So we've got soul power here. It says, always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. And on the Serenity card, it says, the most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is time to honour, nurture and love yourself more. By seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday, don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. So really what Spirit's sort of asking you at this moment in time, I mean, we've got 3 cards here, oracles, that sort of strongly indicate peace is needed. Smoothness is needed. And you've got enough willpower. Whenever I see soul power, I always sort of want to say willpower. You've got enough willpower to fix this situation, you know what I mean, for the better, without it being complicated for you. I think for some of you, what the problem is, you are more concerned about somebody else's issue here. You're more concerned about complicating this for somebody else rather than keeping things simple for yourself. In other words, you'd rather things be dramatic for you to put somebody else's mind at ease. And Spirit's saying, no, it shouldn't be that way. Not at this moment in time. You know, a lot of you are going to have real strong intuition, regardless. You know, that's what the trust card is indicating. And I think that more, rather than making this easier on somebody else, I think the Virtue card is asking you to encourage them rather than taking over for them. So in other words, this is a situation where, like I said before, I feel like for some of you, we've got this decision that needs to be made. It's, you know, we can either take the easy way or the hard way. And I feel like it's to do with helping somebody. And you'd rather take the drama on your own shoulders to make it simpler for them. In other words, Spirit's saying some of you are doing way too much for someone instead of encouraging them to sort their own shit out. You'd rather take it on yourself. That's what's coming through. I've got here calling in a soulmate. Don't get me wrong, the person you're dealing with could be considered a soulmate, you know. Soulmates come in all forms. Some of the blessings, some of the lesson to be learned. They can come in the form of a child, an ex, a partner, a parent, a friend even. So on the card, your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. And I think that this is more about putting 2 heads together to find a common ground. So again, instead of doing everything for somebody to ease their situation while it means that your situation becomes dramatic, you're tired, maybe you're doing too much, maybe you're taking on too much. So instead of doing it all for them, maybe this is you two sitting down and finding a way to encourage this person to do it for themselves, rather than taking on all their energy and fixing all their problems. This is more about you coming together with this person, you know, with affirmation and visualization and floating around ideas, going back to the drawing board on how you can encourage this person to help themselves. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign, a very emotionally unstable water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. The king tends to be ruled by Cancer. I've also got Leo here, Virgo and Aries that are prominent as well. But I think for a lot of you, you're actually being asked at this time to take a step back, to think, is this really the right thing to do? If I take out, you know, if I do this for this person, am I giving an inch and are they going to take a mile? If I'm doing this for this person, is it the right thing? I think you really need to weigh up the pros and cons of this situation. It's going to be, the details are going to be different for each and every one of you that watch this, but the message here is, if you are taking on somebody else's responsibility, Spirit's saying, whoa, this may not be the right thing to do. You need to start weighing up what's right and wrong here. And, you know, the simplest way to do this, Spirit's basically saying, even though it may feel like the hardest, but the simplest way to do this is to encourage somebody else rather than doing it for them. Because you've already got enough on your plate. You needn't be taking on any more. And that's why I love the fact that the Two of Wands has come out. You know, it's kind of helped tie this in together to really get to the root of the message. We could take the easy way, we could take the hard way. And again, I think the Virtue card coming out as well as really sort of, it's that reality check, isn't it? It is. It's that reality check. Anyway, you guys, I think I'm happy to leave that there. If anyone would like a personal reading, feel free to email me. It's on the screen at the bottom there. But otherwise, I wish you all the best, and I hope that this timeless message helps whoever out at the point that you come to this video. Take care. Bye for now.